Here's a quick video on how to unjam the flintlock musket. If you prime the blaster, normally you would prime the blaster, make sure it locks all the way back, and that way the ramrod doesn't move. You can see that it moves like a ½ inch or so, but it doesn't really bounce all the way up. Then you put a dart in the muzzle, and you push that dart down. You push it to that line, but if you push it past that line, you could end up accidentally pushing it too far all the way, so that way it ends up into the plunger tube, and then the dart is now no longer in the barrel, it's stuck in the tube, so it went past where it should. Now we need to unjam it because that dart's going to be blocking the airflow and preventing it from firing. The only thing different is there's a screw on the inside now that makes the assembly a little different, so you're going to unscrew this one most of the way, unscrew this one a little bit, and that'll enable you to remove this lock plate. And then we'll want to remove this screw here and this one on top. And then you'll be able to remove this silver and brown piece after I take this out the rest of the way. There you go. And we will slide off the barrel body A. And you can see there's my dart being all squished up in there. So it might still fire, but if the dart gets inside of where the air goes, you won't be able to get power on it. So we'll just take out the spring, take out the plunger, remove my jam dart or my dart that was loaded in too far. And if your dart is stuck in the barrel collet, you can use the ram to then push whatever obstruction out. And then we can just put it back together by replacing the plunger, replace the spring, install the barrel body A with the spring guide. That's the smaller circle on the inside. Around the spring, make sure the spring is properly seated. You can see the coil of the spring can get stuck to the side. You can see that we got the end of the coil of the spring in the tube. So we're going to use something like a screwdriver or something to push the end of that spring. You can see the spring. Gonna push it. It should be an open hole, no spring in the way. And that's what we want. You can also just leave it together like this. So when you get to this point, you can then separate it to get to your tube and unjam it that way and keep this part assembled. But then the spring might be a little harder to get lined up. So we recommend just taking out that one extra screw. You want to make sure that spring is aligned. It looks like it is. So then we'll just replace the rest of these. Close those gaps. Now, to load a rifle ball into the musket, that goes into this front end, and the end of the ball actually just goes into the front of this barrel body, so it only goes in that far. That's as far down as you need to go. Now, if you load it like I just did without priming it, you'll pull the trigger, nothing will happen, and the ball is still in there. And so you want to make sure when you prime it, you push the spring, it latches all the way down, and the rod then stops moving. If the rod kind of comes back up, then you know that it's not fully primed and locked. So if you load it without priming first to get the rifle ball out, it's even simpler. You just remove these screws in the front. You have a longer and a shorter one. You actually only have to remove the longer one and it would still work. But then you just remove this barrel body section here and you poke the rifle ball out. And that is how you remove a ball if you did not prime it first. Then we can replace that and replace our screws. Again, don't over tighten or you'll strip the plastic. And there you go. Then we can now properly fully prime, make sure that it locks back and that the ram doesn't pop up. Put the rival ball in, push it down, and there you go. That's how to unjam your musket. Not too bad, but if you do ever load it before priming it first, then you will have to go through this process. Again, when you put the ram in and prime it, you can see that the ram will want to come up. You should push it all the way down until the ram stays down. It doesn't come up anymore, and then you're good. A lot of people will prime it part of the way, and they'll hear some sound, and then they'll stop, and they'll think it's primed, but you want to make sure the ram goes all the way down, and it locks in. A little dart. Hopefully that helps.
Hey guys, hopefully you found that quick video helpful or at least entertaining. And if you did, please like and subscribe to our channel to find more content like it, where we do new releases about high power nerf and high performance nerf. We'll talk about different mod guides, troubleshooting guides, gameplay, everything high power nerf related. So if that interests you, please like and subscribe, or if you saw this video and felt it was helpful, then do that as same thing. Please leave us a review, or if a friend shared it with you, we ask you to pay it forward and do the same thing. So share this post, show it to a friend, or leave a review, and that would help us amazing to get the word of mouth out there to the rest of the world about how awesome Nerf is as a hobby. So help us grow the hobby by sharing this. Subscribe, and we'll see you next time in the next time's video. Keep nerfing.